One of the most prevalent aspects of the COVID-19 pandemic is the extensive distribution of misinformation and disinformation. Recently, the University of the West Indies Open Campus St. Kitts and Nevis site, with assistance from the St. Kitts and Nevis National Commission for UNESCO and support from UNESCO's International Programme for the Development of Communication, IPDC, hosted a Caribbean online workshop for Caribbean journalists entitled Contending with Fake News and Disinformation in the Caribbean during the COVID-19 pandemic. With many incidents of individuals and groups using social media platforms to disseminate false, misleading, and harmful information in regards to the coronavirus COVID-19, a workshop was developed and funded to assist Caribbean journalists deal with the ongoing disinformation perpetuated regarding COVID-19. Mrs. Gail Gray Phillip, the head of the UE Open Campus in Kitts and Nevis, described the project that was developed and submitted for funding through the St. Kitts and Nevis National Commission for UNESCO.
The workshop was for contending with fake news and disinformation. And this was coming out of feedback from participants of a workshop that was held in 2019. So we wrote the proposal from the office and submitted that proposal to UNESCO, and it was approved. However, COVID came, and we all were on lockdown across the region, and so it was refocused to look at contending with fake news and disinformation in the Caribbean region during the COVID-19 pandemic. So the original idea was to have a face-to-face workshop here in St. Kitts for media workers in St. Kitts. But with the COVID, we saw the opportunity to extend regionally and to focus on COVID-19. We have an open educational repository where persons can go and listen to the recordings if they were unable to attend the workshop, see the slides and other resource material. They're available for media personnel and other persons.
Ms. Dorothy Warner, Secretary General of the St. Kitts and Nevis National Commission for UNESCO, believes that it was an important workshop and one that was strongly supported with $25,000.
We had to open the project. We had to engage our Caribbean counterparts. Through my office, I engaged my fellow Secretaries General and put out a call for nominations from 20 countries, requesting 3 nominees from each country. In particular, we wanted to have a student and we wanted to have a female. So according to UNESCO's mandate for the youth and for gender balance, we made those specific requests of the Secretary General. UNESCO is big on the development of communication and in terms of empowering media persons to put the information out there that is correct and to dispel the myths and to ensure that persons are receiving the correct information to be able to motivate the proper actions. It's a means of empowering media persons and standing up for media persons as well, because in some cases you find media persons are being persecuted, they're being maligned. So if UNESCO can support those kind of ventures, and UNESCO is one of the main drivers behind the support for media persons.
The rapid increase in the use of social media in the Caribbean and its use to propagate disinformation regarding COVID-19 is one which is considered a substantial challenge to traditional media and its commitment to fact-checking and delivery of truthful and reliable information. As St. Kitts and Nevis-based journalist Mrs. Alicia Daniel Blake of Sugar City FM 90.3 commented on what she described to be helpful from the workshop.
Contending with fake news and disinformation in the Caribbean during the COVID-19 pandemic was refreshing, educational, and thought-provoking. I say that because there were some story ideas that were thrown out that would be helpful for me in terms of the work that I currently do as the news editor at Sugar City 90.3 FM. And specifically to COVID, it's the information that we receive from the government is basic information, but I'm encouraged now to go out and dig a little deeper in terms of maybe some of the persons who have been affected by COVID-19 and how the process has been for them.
According to Wesley Gibbons, the chief facilitator of the workshop, the COVID-19 pandemic provides one of the most fertile grounds for the growth and prevalence of disinformation. At the commencement of the November 2020 workshop, Caribbean News participants were addressed by St. Kitts and Nevis Minister of Education, Janelle Powell, and Dr. Sadia Sanchez Vegas, Director and Representative of the UNESCO Cluster Office for the Caribbean.